Welcome to the Loner Ranger Radio Show with Bruce Woodburn, Cross Country Mortgage. Yes, I am the Loner Ranger. Thanks for joining me today on this beautiful, sunny, hot Saturday. I hope you are enjoying it. Be by the water, and you won't evaporate. How about that? I swear, I don't think I remember a summer this hot ever before. But we're Florida, and that's what you get. But I can tell you one thing, I don't have to scrape anything off my windshield like I would up north in the wintertime. So I'm going to take it and enjoy it. So we got a lot to talk about. I want to talk about what's going on in the market right now. What are interest rates doing? Where are the opportunities to buy? I want to talk today about how you can help a family member become a homeowner. Now, you may not think you can, but many of you probably can. So I want to talk a little bit about that. I got a shout out to a couple of real estate agents and a real estate team that I want to share with you. That may be impactful. I want to talk about my real estate referral program that I have, because no one's got a referral program like this, and I want to really clarify what that looks like. Then I want to bring everybody up to speed on if you're a W-2 wage earner, you really don't have a lot of ways to be able to defer or write off tax items. And if you're a high wage earner, like 300, 500, a million plus in your W-2, you've got no way to write off anything. And even buying real estate and having rental properties doesn't necessarily have a big impact on it. It'll have some, but it doesn't have a big impact on it. So how do you do it? What do you do if you're a wage earner? So you're going to want to listen to me. If you make $300,000 or up and it's W-2, you don't have any write-offs, you are getting soaked by the IRS right now. So you want to pay attention to that. And then I want to bring you up to speed on Amendment 3, the Florida property tax relief, and what's going on with that, and how the recent primaries may have impact on that. So stay tuned. Let's cover some things. We've got a lot to talk about, and I want to get started on it right away. So let's first talk about, if you've got adult children that are renting a home right now, I want you to think about a way to help them. Now, some of you may say they're on their own. They are jellyfish and they're bums, and they're not responsible enough to own a home, and I'll never help them. Then don't help them. Don't help them in that way. Maybe help them, if you can, become more responsible. But I mean, if they're just a pothead and they're sitting back there on the couch, watching Oprah and eating bonbons, and they don't work, well, that's not a candidate. And I don't think you have the responsibilities to own a home. Some people are just born to rent. Others are really stuck in this environment right now where it's more difficult to be able to afford to buy a home. But maybe they have the income to afford it, but they just don't have the cash to buy. I want you to write my phone number down, because I'm going to explain to you how you may help somebody. So my phone number is 813-213-4009. That's 813-213-4009. Tampa Bay. If you are in the Orlando area and you would like to contact me, you can reach me at 407-706-3313. That's 407-706-3313. Or go to webringyouhome.com. That's webringyouhome.com. I hope you write that website down. It's so easy. But I had a client the other day. He goes, I tried to find you. We buy you a home, or we get you to home all day. And I'm like, no, it's webringyouhome.com. So write that down so you got it, because you may not need me right now, but I don't want you to forget who I am in the moment when somebody's saying, you know what, I'd love to buy a house, or I need to refinance, or I want to build my own house, or, I'd like to build a barn dominium or something. And you're going to go, you know what, I got just the guy to talk to. And I like for you to remember me. And it means a lot to me. I mean, I had multiple referrals from my bone clients this week, multiple, like, that said, like, he is my mortgage guy. And that is an honor. And it's absolutely an honor to be referred like that. And I promise you from the bottom of my heart, I will never let anyone down. I won't mislead them. Uh, I had a client. He was mad at me. He called me for a loan, wanted a HELOC. He's probably listening right now, although he promised he'd never listen to my show again. But John called me because he had his adult children. I gave him their credit, gave him his credit cards. They ran them all up, accumulated a lot of debt. He got into debt, and then he did a debt consolidation and then accumulated more debt. And then his credit scores went down, and he wanted a HELOC to pay off one of the debts. And I tried to get him a HELOC, but he didn't qualify. His credit's not good enough now, and he's got his debt ratios too high. And so it didn't work. So I said, you know what? I think I can still help the guy. So I went ahead and I looked at a refinance. Now he said, I don't want to refinance because I have a 3% 30-year fixed rate mortgage on my house. I don't want to refinance it. How much do you owe? 158,000. Well, you got about another $100,000 in debt. So that would put you at 258. So that puts a heavy weight on a HELOC, even if you could get one, and he couldn't get it. I couldn't get him to qualify for it. But I said, let's do a debt consolidation. Let's consolidate all of it, including your 3% mortgage. I know you said you don't want to. And let's look at the numbers. I ran the numbers. If I did it, it saved him $1,180 per month. Now think about this. $1,100, more than $1,000 a month savings per month. Now that would give him some room to breathe. But he's like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I just want a HELOC. I can't get you a HELOC. But let me tell you, John, if you do this and you were to put or apply that $1,180 a month to the new mortgage that I'm giving you, your home is debt-free in 11 years. 11 years. 11 years. No mortgage, no debt, no credit card, no car loans, no personal loan he took out for debt consolidation and then accumulated more debt. And then he writes me back and he said that I was trying to scam him. Well, I'm telling you this on the air. This is a true story. I was trying to scam him. I'm like, my friend, I can't get you a HELOC. You have trashed your credit, but I can do this for you. And it really does make a better deal for you. Well, he accused me of being predatory and trying to screw him. And you know what? Here's the deal. I tell you that because most people do trust that I'm going to give them the right advice. And they're right. I would never in a million years take a client down a path that would be better financially for me or my team. Never. God strike me dead if I lied about that, because it won't happen. But he couldn't get that because he couldn't get what he wanted. But I could get him something even better. But he couldn't see through the trees. So he will continue to go in this pit of destruction and just drag his family probably into bankruptcy at some point and maybe even lose the house. Who the hell knows? I don't know. But don't do that, folks. I will never give you information or advice that is anything other than to serve you. That's a promise. And I don't ever want somebody to think I wouldn't. So look at my reviews. I've been doing this 36 years. If I was trashing people or screwing people over, you would see all kinds of things on the interweb about that. And you just don't. You don't, because it would never be true. But you can't please everyone, can you? You really try. I do the best I can. I mean, I spend my Saturdays doing this so I can educate people and help them. But some people like John can't be helped. They can't be helped. They won't listen. They've got it stuck in their mind that they have the way, but their way continues to take them down the garden path. Moving on from that, if you do want to help a family member, do you know that you can give them a gift for a down payment on a home? Yes. And it's allowable on conventional loans as long as it's a primary residence or a secondary home. It's allowed on FHA loans because they're all primary. And you can do it on a VA loan. You generally don't need to as much, but you could. So FHA conventional, prime candidates. So the eligible donor would need to be an immediate family member, mother, father, sister, brother. You could do aunt and uncle. Starts to get a little iffy on cousins, but I've done it before. You can do it. Now, why would you want to do that? Well, let's just say you have adult children or grandchildren. They're in their 20s, 30s, even. They got a family. They're struggling because rents aren't getting them anywhere, and you know it. And rents will continue to go up, and so will housing prices. It doesn't look like we're into a future anytime soon where interest rates are going to drop into the fives again. I just hate to tell you, folks, I just don't see that it's going to happen. Matter of fact, there's a strong possibility that the Fed could even raise the Fed rate in September. So I'm just telling you right now, now is a prime time to get your rate locked in. Now is a prime time to look at debt consolidation. So I'll run your scenario for you. We'll come up with a way to make sure the debt consolidation works. But when it comes to a gift, you got a family member that is renting and you'd really like to help them. If you give them the gift of down payment, it's completely acceptable, but don't make a transfer to them. Don't give them the money. I will instruct you as to who to give the money to, and it won't be me and it won't be them. It will be directly to the title company at the time of closing. Now, on most type of loans, I have to verify the donor's ability to be the gift donor. You can reach me now at 813-213-4009 or go to webringyouhome.com. Now, here's what that does. If you don't do that, but you're expecting to leave your children or grandchildren money when you pass on, here's what they're going to do with it. They're going to buy a Boston Whaler. They're going to buy a Harley Davidson, a big screen TV, probably take a trip somewhere, but your money will be gone. All that hard-earned money will be gone. Or you could change their life today by helping them get into a home. Now, I'm not saying co-sign for them. No, I'm saying maybe help them. Maybe they need some, I'll help them get their credit fixed if they need it. Help them with the down payment and closing costs. I'll connect them with the real estate agent that'll fight to get some closing costs paid for them. And as you know, when you go through the Loan Arranger real estate rebate program, the realtor has to give the client up to 25% of their commission back. So it's win-win all the way around. I got to take a break here in just a minute. And when we come back, I want to finish talking about gifts because I want to talk about a gift of equity. So I want to go into what a gift of equity means, meaning that maybe you already own a home and it's a rental property for you, or it's your primary residence and you want a new home, but you'd like to give a home to your kid. Now, that doesn't mean give it to them carte blanche. Let's just say it's a $400,000 house. You owe 100 on it. You want $100,000 out of it. That's 200. The house is worth 400. We sell it to them for 400. You give them a $200,000 gift that covers their closing costs and their down payment. Now they don't pay any PMI, and it looks like they got a huge down payment down. That's how you do it. Maybe you wanted 200 out of it. So we do a $300,000 mortgage. Either way, you can give them a gift of equity. And I'm going to tell you something. You want to feel good about the future, then do that. If you have the ability to do it, call me now at 813-213-4009 or go to webringyouhome.com. Get your application started right now. By the way, if you're feeling a little bit heavy these days, maybe you're slowing down because you're over 50, get your testosterone checked. I'll send you a place called Age Rejuvenation. They did mine. My testosterone was low. It ain't low now, baby. So call me at 813-213-4009. I'll give you the number to Age Rejuvenation. Go to webringyouhome.com. Let's get one of them kids over there getting that loan application started so we can get them in their own home. We're going to talk about gift a little bit more, and I'm going to talk about how to save taxes by buying real estate, but you got to buy it the right way. Don't you go anywhere. I'm the Loan Arranger, and I'll be right back.